Hey parents, this time of the year can bring a lot of fun and excitement. There are feelings of anticipation and expectation from the youngest all the way to the oldest. With all the parties and celebrations, it can be easy to forget why we're even celebrating at all. So here's where we're headed this month.
If your home is anything like mine during the Christmas season, you might have an advent calendar prominently displayed in your home this time of year. Maybe yours is shaped like a Christmas stocking or a candy cane and filled with chocolates or Lego minifigures. But the goal is the same, counting down the days until Christmas. Advent calendar or not, we mark this whole season with anticipation. Kids are waiting to open presents, parents are waiting to finish shopping for those presents. Everyone is waiting for some much needed time off to spend with the people who matter most. With the busyness of the Christmas season, it's easy to forget why we celebrate in the first place. We forget that at the time of the first Christmas, God's people were anticipating a rescuer to come and save the world. That's what makes Advent calendars like these so powerful. They allow us daily moments to stop and reflect on God, who loved us so much and sent Jesus to be our Savior. That's why this December, we're decking the halls and taking the whole month to focus on nothing but Christmas, celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. And we can't wait to shine a spotlight on crucial moments in the story as we count down to Christmas. We'll start with looking more closely at some of the prophecies about Jesus' birth, including our memory verse for the month, Isaiah 9:6. A child will be born to us, a son will be given to us. He will rule over us, and he will be called Wonderful Advisor and Mighty God. He will also be called Father who lives forever and Prince who brings peace. Once prophets announced that God was sending a Savior, the countdown was on. But no one could have expected that it would take hundreds of years before Mary or Joseph or any of the shepherds or wise men came on the scene. The prophets wrote these promises to offer hope to God's people as they faced exile. And even though it took time, God kept these promises. And because of that, we can still have hope today. Bottom line, you can have hope because God is faithful. In week 2, we see that no matter how hectic our Christmas season might be, we can find peace. We head to Luke chapter 1 and discover that Mary received a surprise visit from an angel who announced that God had chosen her to be the mother of Jesus, the promised one sent to save the world. While she might have been frightened at first, the angel assured her that God had a plan and was in control. She could find peace because all things are possible with God, and we can too. Bottom line, you can have peace because God has a plan. Then in week 3, we focus on the joy we can have as we celebrate Jesus' birth. On the surface, it might have seemed like nothing was going right for Mary or Joseph. A census, no rooms to stay, and not to mention giving birth in a place where a whole lot of animals were sleeping. In spite of that, Jesus was born. God's rescue plan to save the world was in motion, and knowing that Jesus came to rescue us can help us find joy no matter what is happening this Christmas season. Bottom line, you can have joy because God sent Jesus. For Christmas weekend, we discover more about God's amazing love at Christmas time. In Luke 2, we see that Jesus was born, and it was now time to announce it to the world. But instead of heading to the palaces and mansions, God's angels visited the shepherds on the night that Jesus was born and announced Jesus' birth. Christmas reminds us that God's love isn't just for the people who think they have it all together. Jesus came for everyone. Bottom line, God's love is for everyone. We finish our Christmas series with the wise men. The message of Jesus spread far and wide. As Matthew tells us, wise men from the east discovered that a king was born, and they traveled a long way to find Jesus. And when they found him, perhaps years later, they offered Jesus expensive, meaningful gifts to worship and celebrate him. And bottom line, celebrate Jesus all year long. As we hang the lights and deck the halls for our own Christmas celebrations, let's use this season to remember what's most important. God loved us. God saw our greatest need, and God did something about it. Jesus came to become one of us and make it possible for us to be with God forever. And that's always we're celebrating. Merry Christmas, everyone.
God gave us the best gift of all when he gave Jesus. As you count down to Christmas, we hope that you take advantage of little moments each day to remember the greatest gift of all, Jesus. We have Advent calendars available for your family to help with these moments. They're available in person, or we can send one to you. Just let us know if you'd like one. We think that your family would enjoy this time each day. If you haven't already done it, you can download the free Parent Cue app from the app or Google Play Store, create an account, sync with our church. That way you'll stay up to date with everything that's happening with CV Kids and CV Preteens. You can also reach out to us at familyministries@connectionvalleychurch.com if there are any other ways that we can better support you and your family. We hope you have a great Christmas season, and we look forward to seeing you soon.